Hello, I am Jason Laker of the America for All News Network, and I will be covering the debate that take place between the two candidates for mayor of the town this year, Mr. Simon Wilson and Mr. Mike Florence. And I am Rush Scumpa of the network of conservative advocates, and I will also be covering this event. The two opponents are about to take their positions. My name is Mike Florence, and I am the owner of the Speedy Burgers Diner. I have lived in this town for over 12 years, and I am married with 2 children. My name is Simon Wilson, and I am a lifelong resident of this town. I am married with 1 son. I am part owner of the local hospital, which was founded by my father. Gentlemen, please state why you are running for mayor of the town. I am running because as a local business owner I believe we must lower the excessively high sales taxes in order to make businesses like mine more prosperous. Plus, the higher tax rates trigger inflation, making it harder for people in general to buy the goods and services they need. Lower taxes will help us all. The revenue generated from the taxes doesn't just disappear from an economy. In fact, the town's government is part of the economy, employing dozens of people, including the mayor, the support staff at City Hall, the police department, and the fire department. They provide essential services for this town. I'm not disputing that. But the taxes have been too high for years, and now they are even higher to fund the construction of that new power station outside the town. A station no one asked for. Were we running out of power before? The purpose of the new power station is to free the people of our town from having to make payments to fossil fuel companies for their electricity. The town owns the power station directly, and I am confident that once construction is complete, the actual economic benefits of it will be obvious. Surely you wouldn't dismantle that power station after it is complete, would you? That would be madness. Also, it is a matter of financial responsibility to pay down that public debt of the town eventually. We can't do that if sales taxes are lowered too much. And did you know that more than half of the town's debt was due to Mayor Ted Anderson, not Sandy Smith? He did lower sales taxes too much, that's why. We literally can't afford to go back to that nonsense. Why should we trust the government to manipulate the economy? Isn't the free market the source of all our goods and most of our services? We should rely on that alone. A so-called free market, dominated by giant corporations, is corrupt and abusive to the workers and the consumers in general. A government of the people, by the people, and for the people is necessary to regulate an economy to lessen corruption and limit suffering. Don't you believe in checks and balances? Fred, that's the 20th Street corner we have placed posters on to attack Simon Wilson.
Are you sure we should even bother with this? After all, you said Mr. Florence rejected our help.
He needs our help, whether he wants to admit it or not. We shouldn't be scared of the leftist, atheist, and LGBT lobby.
So what are those guys putting up?
Simon Wilson is unfit to be mayor of this town. He comes from a family of criminals. His brother and his nephew both murdered their wives and buried them in their backyards. Plus his own daughter is a pervert who deluded herself into thinking she could become a man, defying the God who created her. Simon also was a science teacher, pushing the godless theory of evolution onto children. He is a staunch supporter of Sandy Smith, known to be an atheist herself and the mother of a lesbian. We should support only people that represent true Christian values.
Wait until my fiancé sees this. He would never endorse this sort of sick bigotry and character assassination.